Almighty. I'm troubled in my spirit, Pastor Bowsall.
I naughty. I naughty. You love it. Thank you, Doreen Mackenzie. Hello, Antigen. Blessing and evening. Yeah. I naughty. I'm a traveling style. I'm a traveling stylist. Put in this all my do just rub it up, rub it up in the days. Make it easy. Nothing to curl, nothing to nothing. So this is the traveling style. So make sure I get it done today. So I get that out of the way. Good night. Good night, Dwayne. I think maybe I carry a little something in my bag. Yeah. You love it on your way home. You love your hairstyle, Dwayne. Ah, boy. Sorry, not the near. Sorry, not the near, Dwayne. When last time I eat one of this? I'm from Nigeria. Good night. And then I get none. I'm a star apple. Not giving a none. I'm a star apple. Oh, man, take a beer live in that Rosal Great House. Mm, you're too far away, baby. You're too far away. Mm-mm. Too far away. May I have more now? But I better eat them till tomorrow. Tomorrow. Now I better put them in my stomach now. Me eat two already. Curiosity kid, good night. Now I'm gonna get one. Where is it? Get the chicken? No, I'm just a use it. So get back to you. I say don't want.
Oh, no, I don't need one. Did you want a chicken? stress and beans. But we say first, that can't change because that's a plus by that.
Sure. Okay, so go on. Or jerk chicken too. Good. Jerk chicken. Mm-hmm. But say, if you don't have no money, they're trying to get sick in Jamaica for poor people. You know matter about healthcare free? Not like us. Chicken a little bit salty though. It tastes good, but it's salty. And I like nothing too salt for me. Alright. So if you just watch a video I just put out. I don't know the story me telling you from last week, right? To the make 9 days since the incident. Well, me not just say 8 days since I'm in the hospital because I'm never going to the same time till the next following day. So to them make 8 days. And me telling you in a week that the doctor said them never go bother the hip no break, but it slip out of the socket. So they are going to watch it. Listen me good, that's why I love talk things, you know, to have proof. They're going to watch it to see if it heal back on its own. Only if I go to the hospital today. Forget this. So Nadi, they on it. So Nadi, you can help me. Laura Bet. Good night. Nadi, you can help me with them pronunciation here, yeah? Hear this now. Dynamic flip screw. No, hip screw. Hip screw. Let me look and see what that is. Oh. Dynamic hip screw. Dynamic. Oh, see it here? I see what I'm say. So that going dry you back from right there and screw you back. Good night, Dana Whitaker. Danny. Loma. Where is Nadi? Nadi, look here. See it here? So that's the dynamic hip screw. Alright. Let me see the price for it. Oh, forget to you tell me say I drive. Alright. You saw reach up? 300 US. Yeah, she driving home. It's often with individual screw, often costing between 23 to 300 US. They're expensive. Honestly, I don't know. This is not gonna work out. Alright, so that's for one. That's for one. Then the rotor trans screw. Let me see if I'm gonna get it right. Hold on. Oh, you're right. Derotation. Used in fractured fixation to prevent rotation of bone fragments. $215 US per case. I don't know how much them are gonna sell it for by one. So right there, so we're going to 500 and add US. Alright. Then distal 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 radial. Let me say for radial. Radius. Radial locking plate. That's one wally pass screw and sitting there right now. Look here. You never come out. Maybe this sucker. Thank you, Betty Ann. Thank you. Foreign style. Yeah. So this is the other one. And this, let me see cost of this one. I don't know if them are sitting there can really write, you know. $1,000. I don't know if they're right. Me never want. Because this is say. So basically all of them on the sitting there with them game today, that come up to nearly about $500,000. Well, he say he will live away all in time till God ready. It's not a rip. Them are go. So it slip out. So they want to pull it back in. So that's where them are. No, it's not a wig. It's a sew-on ear. If wig can't flash ya, man, I can't travel with the wig. This is one style to keep me till me return home. All I need to do is just rub it up and go. And then 2 mm H wire. 2 mm. A bionic man him a turn. Rock savages. Unnecessary man a turn bionic man. I must bionic man. uh 2 mm. 2 mm. You look like H. Wire. X. Or a X or a H. H wire. Thank you. And then drill. Drill. Are the prescription me there look on. Drill, DRILL. Drill. Rental. Rental. RENTOL. Rental. X. Rental. X1. So they not even have a drill. They never have a drill if I do it. So I have to find a drill too. Me not like to you know, see it here? See if you can read it. Me not going to show you the name. But me I show you. See there? You can see say from government. I'm not telling a lie. See it there? Nearly $500,000. So when you hear about healthcare free of Jamaica, it depends how we do you. It depends how we really do you. They never have certain painkiller. I was there and the lady were clean up a place. I asked the patient if they're not peace. You hear it a while, but when you experience it for yourself, I forgive. You hear it all the while, but when you experience it for yourself, then you wonder to yourself, so it's really true. You need to take care of it early. Well, my dear, Donna Whitaker, him don't have a first red cent. And right as me sit down here, sir, me can't find it. Coming hour. It's just going to be a very sad state of affair, but what to be will be. One thing I'm gonna try give him is the crutch stick so he can pull himself around. Yeah man, I prosperity. I real prosperity that. Sometimes we come here we talk and I feel like say because we really want to bash them or anything. But there's a thing called reality. And sometimes we see it all over the circle later and people are complaining. And because we never find ourselves in a situation, we say, "Sure, it don't make no sense," until when it reach our doorstep. No, me not think about a walker. Me tell you why. Him can up run on one of the foot. Him can up on one of the foot, you know. The left foot. Or the right foot get fractured. Him can up on the, because him get up off of the bed, you know, and up go the bathroom. So him can up around. So him do look much better. So him can, so if him have the crutch stick, even when him home, it easier for him for up around. They don't have not even a screw. They don't even have a screw. They don't even have a screw. They don't even have a drill what we use for do the work. And me for buy the drill. Yes, you have one cast. And then put but what I notice on this, you know, this is not for the none of this right here is not for the, it's not for the foot. It's for the hip. But the doctor, they tell him say it don't break, but it slip from the regular place. And they tell him in a week say over time it may heal on its own. So I don't know what is it that changed that them say otherwise now. Then guess what now? Then give you one specific place, see it up on the back. And the phone number for go get them. And the doctor tell him say, once him pay for it, hear this, once him pay for it, they can collect it for him. I say, no man, that's not sound too right. But me not, you know. Well, he make up his mind, you know. You see it here? Me not telling you like me showing it. Drill. Look down at the bottom. The last down at the bottom and you will see it. Down at the bottom, you see it? See the drill retinal times one, something sort. It's not even a situation that they say they have it at the hospital and say, well, you pay or you can make a payment plan or something with them. Nothing. Nothing. So if you don't have the money, you just have to stay how you is. But he make up his mind for stay how he is. He tell me today say he make up his mind for stay how he is. Or whatever it is. He said once he get a little crutch stick or whatever, if he have to go live with the pain or live with whatever. And he said it not hurt him. He said which part then say slip out not hurt him. He not feel no pain there. Auntie Jan looked in by it, they will not use it. You give him, them say, they were giving me a story. So one woman come down from the water and one piece of cussing. Oh, she spent $200,000. And all now she can't get it sitting there where she pay for. So then say you go pay for it sitting and then you don't know if them put it in or you need her, you know. You don't know if them put it in or you. I pay robbery in this place. I pay robbery. Pay corruption. You know him look for me today and tell me say him feel say a generalship. Because in a week then tell him say them a go watch it and now them a come and tell him something different. So me tell him say tell the doctor tomorrow. Say you don't have a first red cent. Me say tomorrow when the doctor come, tell the doctor say you don't have a first red cent for buy none of them something there. So you gonna just live like all you is. And hear what the doctor say. Patient have to buy toilet paper for a day. So if them have to buy toilet paper, you expect you're gonna get anything different? And I joke and I lie, me I tell you, you know. Because me never carry no toilet paper. Me only carry some wipes. Me no know how me never think. So when the lady asked him about the toilet paper to them, I said to him, say, oh. And then he tell me, say, 2 times he go to the toilet. And at the next guy side him on the bed give him toilet paper. Because me no know how me never think for carry the toilet paper. So tomorrow me will carry toilet paper. No, me not telling you, no, so me not come back. Now, I'm my experience, you know. Me I hear it all the time, but now it's an experience I'm having, seeing it first and for myself. Very water for take the medication. If you not have no water, if you not carry water there, for then take the medication. The other day water run out, and the guy span the bed, give him 1 bottle of water, me buy back the water and carry back to give the guy. So now when I go leave now, I have to go leave somebody for sort of help him out like, cause. But right now, I'm ready for come home my yard, you know. He just make up his mind, say whatever it is. Honestly, he make up his mind for come home, just as how he is. And tell himself, so whatever it is, at that. It's crazy, man. Tufton need to go. I'll walk around and with him PR self and a carry on. Him need to go. Him is a total mess. It no matter when none of you go say no. It no matter when none of you can come here and say tonight. It ain't done the shandy under the PMP neither. But it never this depths of it never this way. It ain't so bad. It never so bad. Me now come and say it good, but it ain't so bad. Because back in the days, in my childbearing time with my youngest them, a PJ Patterson Prime Minister. And even sanitary napkin you could have get at the maternity ward. It's just that some big one them did have. So some people never like them. But at least you could have get sanitary napkin and the maternity ward. Toilet paper used to do that. Oh, you can't tell me. Say, I lie, me I tell. Come in, Winnie. Me never hear it ring, but me just say the call miss. Hi, Winnie.
Night, Auntie Jenny, night, everyone. Darling, I just joined your program, so I don't know who got to buy those things. Is some relative of yours?
Yeah, my brother. Remember me I tell you my brother drop off at the leather last week, man?
Yeah. Well, listen to me. Tell him it will. They can easily put it back in, but they want you to go and buy things, and then they will not use it on them. And when you pay for it, they want to collect it. Tell them no. My cousin that now, my cousin, I'm not going to call her name, she's now in America. They make her spend nearly $500,000 to buy 2 little equipment. And she take one of them and waiting for the other one. But her daughter take her to America. And when she went to America, the doctor put her on her, her insurance. Do you know she didn't need nothing but the doctor telling her?
Yeah.
All she had was oh Lord, I've got it gallstone. She didn't need things that telling her that she need to buy this and buy that. They're crooks. These doctors in Jamaica, some of them need a long sentence for life. Just like America the other day, the American arrest a lot of doctors for scamming. Didn't you see it on the news?
No,
In America, there's a lot of...
No, I never see that one.
It was on the American news last week for insurance and all these things. Jamaican doctors, they're taking people things, and when they can't find it, they leave it there to get it, and when they go, it's gone. They're too damn lion thief. Put trust in God.
But me say, in the week, then tell him, say, them are going to watch it because it will automatically fix itself. And by today, then change them out.
No, they line it. They want you to go. It's their friends they're going to send it to buy it.
Yeah, our special place, then put a number on the place, or the address.
Yes, because it's their friends. It belongs to them too. Their name is on it.
Yes. The place name Art or Tech.
Listen to me. They all insure in it. You think they're going to send you to someone they're not going to get a kickback? Or the part owner? What time Jamaican wake up and real and smell the coffee? The coffee is smelling bad.
Yes, curiosity.
My cousin Archie that have with a gallstone is either gallstone or kidney stone, and she been having pain, and they're telling her something else. She need to do this operation, and need to buy this, and to need to buy that. And when she went to the United States, she's in a part in America on back weight, but the doctor tell her there's nothing. All she have is gallstone, and it's a little one. Gallstone or kidney stone, one of those. And the doctor said just drink lots of water, and she mustn't eat anything with like tomato seed.
Yeah.
And pepper seed.
And cucumber.
Yes. She must not eat that. And and one day the doctor said, we into something, don't we in the toilet. And if you in the toilet, we don't flush it, look. And she said one day it hurt her so bad when she looked at some little one or two little things in there, in the way. The doctor said, you pass it out, there's nothing more. And they want to make her buy something for nearly $500,000, two things. I have to get the name. I'm going to get the name from her tomorrow, and I will call and let you know when she comes from church. These doctors in Jamaica, they are such the only doctor right now I would trust, the one that they gave back. He win the case and they have to take him back. What is his name again?
Hunter.
Yes, he's the only one because you can see he's a genuine 100% doctor. He's the only one I would make an appointment to see. He's the only one. The others are crook. If you can't do $1 million operation or $500,000 or 2 million, 10 million, they don't want you. They would like to sell you out, sell everything, and buy what they want. The next thing you don't need it. He don't need it. If he don't act himself, just take it easy. Take it easy, and it will eventually slip back in. It just slip out,
Yeah.
That's enough. It just slip out. Tell him not to overdo it and lift anything.
And I think him not really want to do no surgery need. I think him fear the surgery too.
Well, my husband said no doctor gonna operate on him. He got ulcer. And he said, let him go the way he came in this world. No doctor going to cut him. So don't sign no paper for him. If he have to. Because sometimes the ulcer play up. And they want to remove it. He said, my age, let them carry them sons. So, but don't tell your brother, do not spend a cent with them thieving doctor out there.
Right?
They only believe that he have money, and that's why they
No,
change
then
their
then,
mind.
then could I never believe say I had no money. I try.
Listen, they said a lot of Jamaican not up their money and put it on the mattress.
Me not have no
Yeah.
money for buy none.
So that's what they say, you hear me? That we don't have it, but they say so. Because you don't go and beg and you don't borrow, they know about you. They check it long time. If you got a piece of land, they will take it to and do the operation for you and kick you off the land the next day. No, don't tell him. Take it easy. Just relax himself. Don't lift up nothing heavy more than a cup of coffee or a cup of tea.
But
It will
all them if
protect
they
you.
even want me to pay neither me not can't pay because the amount of money we cost, believe me sit down right before you, yeah? And me not lie,
Mm.
me don't have that money.
So we listen to me, darling. Tell you, but he will be all right. All he got to do is, even if somebody could 90 it for him, but don't rub it too hard. Where it is, it will go back. It will go back.
Can say not feel no pain there.
So why they want to go and operate on him and cut him, and then there was nothing. They just push it back inside and keep what he went to, and eat up what he went to buy. They're too disgusting. I hate Jamaican doctors. You see, when I travel, especially when I go to Jamaica the last time, I pay a top insurance, So if anything did happen to me, they would fly me out. It was a lot of money I paid for 4 weeks, and I only spent 2 weeks. Me is so scared out there, boy.
Yeah.
Me have my little issue. We take out a big insurance.
The bone never break.
And
Them say the bone never break. No, I answer some of the bone never break, Fergie. They told him
so
from
why?
say it only slip out, it is not broken. So I don't know what the problem now.
No, they want you to go and spend nearly $1 million to buy the things, and then they can't find it. Trust me, that's what they're doing. They discuss. They have shares in it. These doctors got shares in these companies. You don't understand?
Me know, man. Me know what go on.
Them have it in an anonymous name. Just like how owners do a lot of things. Other people doing it for him. These doctors the same. They're not. These doctors take the oath to do good, but their good is to collect money. And some of them with their house with swimming pool, 2 and 3 house with swimming pool, off your back. No way.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
May I try get the crutch stick for him. That him tell me
Yes,
say
try and get.
that him tell me say me must try get for him. And he will move on as much as he can.
Is the crutch stick expensive out there?
Me not really check it yet because a friend of mine where him work for to say I'm supposed to have some in a when they carry down. So I mean if you check. So I'm gonna check him back. If you say for him check and say if he find any nice storeroom.
Yes, I know. Yeah, you just go and do it. Yeah, don't give those doctors. Don't tell him not to go and sign nothing for them to do, and then they will sometimes they will say if you tell them
Then
you got a
he
piece of
can't
land,
sign nothing.
just pray for him, and I will put the little
But
prayer to God as well.
I know when I say chip, it him finger that he can use it, he can him all hold something with it, so And the foot them, me told them I move,
So then we say why they want to operate on the poor man to make him worse. Then they're going to want more money to do something else to correct it. If anything, Dr. Hunter, go and see Dr. Hunter, let him do it for you.
But
Not them.
Dr. Hunter can't do it, so because him already in the system, you mean if you get a transfer, that's gonna be too complicated now go work. At University Hospital him work and in the Spanish Town Hospital.
Oh, I see. Oh, no, it's not clear. Oh, well, it's only one hospital I know too. The hospital up there, and the one in Spanish Town. No more. Don't know anymore.
Yeah,
So,
the foot down on the leg or the right foot, then say it break. Well, me no never break, but it not really broken at all, but them say it have fractured. So them put one piece of iron in that and a stretch out back a foot.
So why they go and put iron in the man and if nothing didn't break? Why they do that?
I don't know, man. I think maybe because they say it fractured. But the foot not broke like say bone broke in a two.
Lord, you them doctors out there, Lord Jesus.
I pay young
them.
people, I see on the place too, you know, pay young nurse and doctors and something look like, and them I use the trainee them too.
Yes, and the trainees don't know nothing, you know, and the one who's supposed to be over the trainees, not with the trainees. That's why you know, I tell you, if I tell you the amount of money I pay for my insurance to go to Jamaica, anything that would fly me out. I don't want to end up in no hospital in Jamaica. None.
You can, man. You can't go. You can't. No. You can't get into hospital, but you have to go to the one where you have your money for pay.
Well, I don't even want to pay them a cent. You don't understand? That's why I take out a big insurance. My insurance did cost nearly as much as
the private hospital and treat you well still, you know.
Me not care. I don't trust them. I don't trust no doctors in Jamaica. No doctor. Not
no man. So all of them bad man. You have good doctor, but is
me no want. I'm the only doctor right now for what he gone through and what he say. I would trust his Dr. Hunter.
Yeah, if you have money, I got Tony Tweet Upper University. If you got Andrews, Natal, well know that Dennis Garden have a hotel, a hospital, and me here say up there a nice place. Me need to check you out.
Darling, Auntie Jen, listen to me. I am skeptic of Jamaica Hospital. You hear me? I am skeptic of Jamaica Hospital for the horror stories that people I know talk.
No, but you have to understand the difference of what I'm saying to you though. The government hospital is where the horror story them. But the private hospital them treat you well. You just have to pay up your money.
Yeah, but a lady said they come, a Jamaican lady over here now. She leave Jamaica and come here with her 3 children and working. She said if she could write a movie and an horror movie, she would do one in the Jamaican hospital. I know what everyone would watch it, but they wouldn't watch it in the dark. They would have to watch it with the light on.
Oh my God. It's terrible though. From what I'm seeing and the experience and going there and boy, me can't even say no because you never know how life turn and you have to go end up in the same place there.
And the nurses are overworked. Poor thing, them the one I feel sorry for more than anything else. They overwork. Some of them they can't even answer you good because they're so tired. I don't know, boy. I'm sorry for them, boy. Some of them overwork. One nurse is to 50 patients. How can that be? Huh? And that man take the money and go mind him woman, give the woman contract, make the woman knows them and more every time he's in or something. No, you know, you hear what I'm saying? No one will ever lose their job. You know that? He said no one will lose their job in the investigation that's going on for the 40 how many millions owed to the government and the money they cannot find. He said no one will lose their job. No one. So that's why the inquiry going on. They should stop the inquiry then. No one gonna lose their job. They know where the money gone. They know who the 21 files belong to that they can't find. I never know. One time my country was the talk of the country in the world. Even a country that don't speak English did know about Jamaica. No? Hey, Andrew Onis mash up Jamaica. And the Jamaicans out there love him. The police are killing the young men. Yet the young men are killing each other, but they won't do anything that will kill their family. I hear you good night before I start talk something I shouldn't talk here.
All right, have a good night. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you everyone. Blessed weekend everyone.
All right, thanks. Vian is saying they do the same in US. I never know what the same what. I never remember what I was saying. I used to the same. Vian, thank you. But this government is stating prosperity. But in the US, the worst hospital is better than the best hospital in Jamaica. At least in the US, the worst as diagnostic. And that is so true. Andrew is not in good shape anymore. Service are very poor for the money they charge. Why? Me no know what in a know. Let me read what Janice Allen put out. She put out says, no excuses. Allen Blast Health Ministry over CRH system failure. The latest report tragedy is deeply disturbing. A woman allegedly died while waiting for treatment after spending 3 days in a chair without a bed and without adequate medical attention. If these reports are accurate, this represents not only a system failure, but a grave moral failure. Caretaker Janice Allen. I heard that the woman was there. I heard the story. I saw it on TikTok. 3 days sitting up in her chair with no attention. No attention. And she died in the healthcare system. When my brother got down there, then put him in the dressing room. Must see after 12. And all when me go back down there morning and go in there. The woman run at the front and me, I walk and look for him in our place. And I call him and he saying down our dressing room. We couldn't find him. All night till daylight and it's not easy. If you may want, it's a disgrace. Con Henry, good night. It's a disgrace. We all are gonna need medical care at some point. All of we not gonna reach for go up at Andrews. Because me not have Andrews money right at this time. I don't have Andrews money. I don't have 2020 win money either. I don't have none of these prestigious place money. So, God forbid it. And the worst should be the worst. I would have to go there. The very same place I said I don't want to go and may have to end up there. It's very bad. What you talk about want people to move back? Somebody called me yesterday and was asking me a question. If the government going around collecting tax money for land. It was in West Portland yesterday. If not yesterday, it was Thursday. That the tax office people were in the community collecting tax for land. If any of you from Portland is here, I want you to type in the comment. West Portland to be exact. Darrell Val's constituency. Tax people under 10 to collect tax money. You know what that is? A desperate need for money. The country is broke. NARA is just a face card to make it look like, say, when the opposition fight against the flaw bill, then they say it's the opposition cause them thing not to be going fast. Then don't have one red cent. When a country collect future revenue for the next 12 years, you know, so with a real back way. This all gimmicks, but no new tax. See the result of it here. I see statement when you know me never listen to him. You know, me really see past the headline, you know, Vian. But you know, so I can pull up back it Sometimes when I see them, I listen to them, you know, honestly to God. I think I am this. Let me say if I this. No, I mean I think I know one there. Let me see this one. I think of this one.
19 years ago at age 20, even when a few years after I ascended to the management cohort, I was particular about
you know, some
assigning
bad people
myself
up on their side in the parliament though.
to the courts.
All of them mad, you know.
Because at the
And
time,
this one you talk
I
there.
believe that
Me not bother listen to them sometime when me see them, you know,
Court
trust me.
where one is able to get a sense of the pulse of Jamaican society. I still retain that belief even in my political journey. So, for my approximately decade and a half in media, I covered a number of cases, and after
You know, me can't bother play
them.
them on my platform. I can't bother listen to foolish people. I can't bother with it.
We welcome Statins and the PIOJ's finding.
I want to find this clip with oh, I must have no 1 year Vienna talk, no 1 year.
Look, for far too long, Jamaicans have heard of initiatives, projects which are supposed to transform communities. But when they ask for an update, they are told, oh, well, it's at the procurement phase. It's before this committee, it's before that committee. The Prime Minister's sense is cognizant of this fact, and that it is very important to marry the standards of accountability, transparency, and probity with the speed that is needed to ensure that projects which are in the best interest and have significant potential to transform the lives of the Jamaican people, in fact, materialize. And that is some important context, I believe, why NARA is crucial to the future transformation of the Jamaican society. There is no doubt that the draft legislation puts forward a number of clear and dependable mechanisms for accountability, probity, and transparency. There are a number of accountability standards which may be found in the bill. A careful analysis of it
Which
will
may be found
disclose
in the bill.
tracking and monitoring systems, timelines for performance audits and assessment. Therefore, concerns about the bill in the context of accountability and probity lack merit. It really is a solid piece of draft legislation.
You see, them not understand. You might use the word maybe and say it have credibility. If maybe is used in a sentence, it cannot be credible. Maybe I don't understand English language. Maybe me not sure. Ah boy, I tell you now. I want to find the story with the chunks of police now go wear no body cam.
Chairman of the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches, Bishop Roy Notice, says the wider church community is shocked and angered by the disrespect for human life, adding that a sacred place has been invaded and desecrated.
Any nation that is a decent nation always has a respect for religious spaces. And whenever those spaces are invaded or desecrated, it is not just the church that must lament, but the nation must lament, because it sends a signal that we are really experiencing a spiritual and moral crisis.
Anglican priest and human rights advocate Father Sean Major Campbell explains that while the shooting itself is shocking, the country has become desensitized to violence.
This probably doesn't sound good to say, but for me, it's no longer a shock because the reality is we live in a country where this can happen at any time. Also in a context with an epidemic of bullying and a country where it's okay to take pride in saying, you know, take chat from a boy, me box down the girl, and all that kind of thing. And it is cheered on in many circles.
Father Major Campbell says Jamaicans should be aware of giving into fear and instead spend more time on sensitizing each other about respect.
Instead, we should use our voices and our actions to be agents of healing, agents of peace, agents of transformation. So, you know, we go to as basic as from the level of school. A lot of violence is taking place in school, but so is a lot of praying and school devotions. Mm-hmm. We need more times placed on sensitizing each other about respect and care for the other.
Carla Ramdeen, CVM News. Chairman of the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches.
All moral values are broken down in our society. And I've been saying this, you know, if any one of you used to follow when I used to do Facebook Live a couple of years ago, maybe from in the onset of the virus, I was saying it. And I was saying moral decay in the society. Moral decay in the society. We're suffering from a moral decay. Corruption, the rich quick mentality, nobody no want work. Them are young people for them and can't go up on the soil. Yes, the guy, them charge him now. I Watson, good night. Everything just a go back way. Everything I go back way. To make nobody fool you know. Broken down. Jamaica have lost its way. And right as I see it, me no see it get no better. And no matter who I go come because the people then broke bad. Them not even afraid of police too, you know. They not no respect for pastors, because pastors they not live no good life neither, so nobody not pay them no mind. Enough of them not have no morals neither. Everywhere brought down, from church straight down. One time, them type of people that would have never go into the church, they'd lay wait you. Till when you come out of church at some place and after you, but then I never go in a church. Nobody don't care about church again. Church, yeah. But no, I remember you're growing up, when we were growing up, you respect policemen, you respect pastors, you respect your teacher, you respect, and you say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Then there's something that exists no more. You're going to hear say I did all time days them there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, say all time days them there. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, I don't know. Me see the caretaker for Upper Gillette Oldness constituency. Talking about the road breakaway. Road is another problem, you know. Hey, me say Father God help we. Road is another problem. Me a old school and modern time now. Me know that you know I say. Me know that them I say. But me stay with me old time. Cause you know what? We enjoy our childhood.
The People's National Party Media Unit.
This is Patrick Peterkin, PNP caretaker for St. Andrews Road. I'm calling on the National Works Agency to urgently clear and reopen the main road linking Maryland to Woodford. Since Tuesday night, heavy rains have triggered landslides that made the road impassable. Several communities are now affected. Applegate District, Cambridge, Woodford, and Freetown District are all feeling the impact. This disruption is hitting daily life hard. Residents are forced to use alternative routes through Norbrook Hill. That adds 30 to 45 minutes to every commute. Transportation costs have at least doubled. This is not acceptable. Our people are feeling the pressure and they need relief. We need more urgent and coordinated response to restore access. But we also need durable, long-term solutions. We cannot continue to take a reactive approach. I will keep raising your concerns and pressing for immediate action and lasting infrastructure to protect access and livelihoods across St. Andrew East Rural.
Visit our website at
So the road block from when? And the member of parliament, in a parliament, I come behave herself with her and at the same time, the people them have to pay extra money to take a longer route for reach which part they want to go. The fear double. And she don't see it. So the caretaker have to come out now and talk and ask the NWA to come clear the road so the people then can have access to get to them yard. I'm not telling us everything pop down. Everything pop down.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
I am Peter Gay Ferguson, General Secretary of the People's National Party Youth Organization.
Honor arms the good
The
night.
PNPYU rejects the NARA bill in its current form. We also question Young Jamaica's endorsement of it. Urgent reconstruction after Hurricane Melissa cannot justify sacrificing good governance. This bill lacks checks and balances. It creates sweeping powers over billions of dollars while stripping away safeguards for public funds. As MP Peter Bunting said, it is a blank check without guardrails. The bill even indemnifies officials, leaving taxpayers to cover their legal fees. Opposition leader Mark Golding called it bizarre, and he is right. I must acknowledge government MP Marlene Malahoo Fort. She showed real courage. She broke party lines and demanded that the bill be reworked, noting that no one should provide oversight to themselves. Young people must not abandon our duty to safeguard Jamaica's future. True leadership means standing for accountability. I call on all government MPs and their affiliates to reject any legislation that puts unaccountable power in the hands of a few. The youth of Jamaica must speak for governance, not blind party loyalty.
You know, I never play this one, but I'm going to make a listen. Listen to Peter Bunting. Listen to Peter Bunting.
I want to turn to what I might call the perfect conditions for abuse. The combination of secrecy and indemnity.
Oh, that they want to put 9 billion now.
Compounds the risk by combining these two dangerous provisions. The first is the secrecy clause. Officials are legally bound to treat documents as confidential with criminal penalties for disclosure, not administrative, criminal penalties. And then these officials are indemnified for any actions taken in their roles. So you're combining secrecy, executive control, weak oversight, massive discretionary spending. Speaker, this is not the formula for efficiency. This is a fertile ground for corruption. Yes, the bill provides for annual reports, audited accounts, tabling in Parliament. But let us be honest, this is after the fact accountability. We see it in the Auditor General reports every year, but it's long after the horse has gone through the gate. By the time Parliaments see these reports, contracts will have been signed, funds will have been spent, decisions will be irreversible. Accountability is not just retrospective. It is contemporaneous and preventive. The irony is that in the memorandum it speaks of transparent management. Yet procurement is not transparently structured. Decisions are not subject to real-time disclosure. Oversight is not independent. Confidentiality is criminally enforced. So, Speaker, this is not transparency. This is opacity dressed up in legislative language.
You hear that? You don't hear that? Let me play it again. I don't think you don't hear good what he says.
I want to turn to what I might call the perfect conditions for abuse. The combination of secrecy and indemnity. The bill compounds the risk by combining these two dangerous provisions. The first is the secrecy clause. Officials are legally bound to treat documents as confidential with criminal penalties for disclosure, not administrative, criminal penalties. And then these officials are indemnified for any actions taken in their roles. So you're combining secrecy, executive control, weak oversight, massive discretionary spending. Speaker, this is not the formula for efficiency. This is a fertile ground for corruption. Yes, the bill provides for annual reports, audited accounts, tabling in Parliament. But let us be honest, this is after the fact accountability. We see it in the Auditor General reports every year, but it's long after the horse has gone through the gate. By the time Parliaments see these reports, contracts will have been signed, funds will have been spent, decisions will be irreversible. Accountability is not just retrospective, it is contemporaneous and preventive. The irony is that in the memorandum it speaks of transparent management. Yet procurement is not transparently structured. Decisions are not subject to real-time disclosure. Oversight is not independent. Confidentiality is criminally enforced. So, Speaker, this is not transparency. This is opacity dressed up in legislative language.
That's what the man want pass. Me want hear where the labor right there really sit down and say tonight. Me want somebody in their right mind. I don't really want to talk to no fool people. Somebody in their right mind. Somebody was sensible. Somebody was sensible. I don't have no water side of me. Somebody was sensible. I get one water. 1 minute. Remember some have this right here. I want somebody with sensible to talk to me. Are you expecting a miracle, auntie? In what way? In what regards? Yeah, then a verse in the English language. That's true. Then that's it. The whole of them are criminals, so then that's nothing wrong. Well, me could have never be so deaf and dumb. This sweet is nice. Me tell you now her name. Eucalyptus. How her name? Eucalyptus. Think so. Oh, for them can say, oh, you're right with that. I must have one miracle me I look for. Must have a miracle. Alright, I'm going to open the phone lines now. Opening the phone line now for an opening over your TikTok. Yeah, eucalyptus. Yeah, eucalyptus. Candy. Over TikTok, you can send me an invite and join the conversation. We're just talking about Jamaica condition all around. I want somebody to join the conversation and tell me all the good things. Tell me all the good things that is happening in the country so that we have a balance. I want to open for that. I don't want it to look like me only just come here showing shades, bashing, give you an opportunity to come out. Where is Judas and Paul? They need to call in. Judas, I try working brain for me, come on my platform, send my message, but I'm giving myself one new name. I can ask me about if me want offering and things that I don't know say him in a little generalship way. I just laugh at him. I say, look at you, I want to work brain for me. You can't work brain for me. Anybody want to join the conversation? Send me an invite over YouTube. You can call the WhatsApp number if you want. Anything that is on your mind and you want to share, any information you have that we don't have, you can share it with us. Nobody have nothing for say? Oh my goodness. Come on, man.
This
This is like a massive conglomerate being operated by a single officer, a CEO with no board and no proper oversight. It's wrong. This bill ought to establish a board along the lines that Jamrock intended to follow, and that board should be the board to which the CEO reports. And there should be proper governance provisions in the schedule as to how that board operates and clear lines of oversight and accountability. Jamrock has no legal powers and is not a legal construct. It cannot effectively provide oversight or ensure accountability within NARA. It has no legal authority and it doesn't exist in law. And to suggest otherwise is very misleading to the public.
I don't think a lot of Jamaica understand what Andrew tried to do, you know. I don't believe a lot of people understand this NARA bill where they want to come in with, you know.
Subsection 3 of Section 4 says that for the purpose of performing its functions under the Act, the authority may, subject to any regulations that may be made, do anything and enter into any transaction which, in the opinion of the authority, is necessary to ensure the performance of its functions. Anything. And that effectively means that the CEO can unilaterally decide the scope and boundaries of its activities, because the CEO is the only required employee. There will be other employees, but the CEO is the only person who has real authority under this legislation within the construct of NARA itself. And it says that he, before she, can do anything and enter into any transaction which, in the opinion of the authority, which means his or her opinion, is necessary to ensure the performance.
Andrew thinking smart boy. Andrew the easy, you know. The one-man show. It's a done ship thing. The man want to implement. When I talk about money, they don't want to bring in communists. Honestly, who are bringing in communists now, though? I don't know whether they say a PMP want to bring communists in Jamaica. I don't see who are bringing it in strategically. And quiet. And quiet.
Speaker, is that if I was the lawyer for the procurement process, I would say I have multiple evidence that procurement is not as guilty as we're seeking to make procurement. This entire bill seems to suggest that procurement is the chief hindrance on the capacity to implement. But if we look at our current situation with Spark program, for example, which have already passed procurement, which have already been granted in contract, the level of inefficiencies continue. Indeed, we have seen just in the last conversation over the budget that Spark, which was to end in 2027, have indicated that it will not end until 2030, and that funds that were supposed to
I tell you.
You have to turn off the mic. Spark, based on all documents submitted to the House, is a contract program that ends in the next financial year.
You didn't mean to answer him back now. All him not sense, you know. All him should in the parliament, you know. Nesta Morgan, him not have no sense.
And he needs to provide evidence.
Mr. Speaker, there's an unfortunate habit that has evolved for us to wantonly disrupt each other. However, the book that was published by the government called the Estimate of Expenditures indicated that they would have been spending for Spark up to the 40 billion up until 2030.
Yes.
He was asked about that and he himself responded. So I do not know. The minister also indicated in answering the question that he presumed it might have been a mistake. Right? So the fact of the matter is that the estimate of expenditure. Speaker, I believe that as is, the bill introduced great risk. So before we move to the minister's ability to step in, we also found that the projects under NARA seemed extremely wide. Now, for example, the hospitals that were mashed up, I didn't hear them in this, but I presume they would be in it. But then how would the Victoria Jubilee, the KPH, be under NARA? Now, if it is that we say that the procurement is a problem and we want to change procurement, then we'd have to, NARA is now doing everything that they want to do. Now, because of the lobby efforts of the minister from West Kingston, I could say, well, maybe this is resilience, because if there was high emergency, we could need a hospital like that. But how then the parliament fit into NARA? Under what resilience or reconstruction could the new parliament be a NARA project? That seems to be an overextension of what NARA should do and should be doing. And I think that is the reason why there was no sunset date for NARA. Because while it was indicated that NARA should last for 5 years, for some reason within this bill we could find no date for NARA to end. So any project over time that you want to put in, you can claim that this should go under NARA. And I believe that that is a problem moving forward. It indicated that they could give directives. An approving entity shall cause an application for approval or other input to be dealt with in compliance with the terms of any directive issued by the authority. So what it is saying is that if it is that there is an approving entity and the authority gives it an instruction, then that had a duty to carry out the authority's instruction.
You know, this is a big dirty embarrassment. When the other rest of people them across the world looking at us, I wonder why them sit down and talk about we say. We think they really sit down and talk about us saying.
It indicated that they
the internet, you know. Come to this internet, man. Vanessa.
Give directives. An approving entity shall cause an application for approval or other input to be dealt with in.
Vanessa is saying, Auntie, I was in a car accident in Westmoreland. Thank God I'm still here. Just give God all thanks, man. We could I hear it differently? Give him all the praise. Thank God you're okay.
Compliance with the terms of any directive issued by the authority. So what it is saying is that if it is that there is an approving entity and the authority gives it an instruction, then that had a duty to carry out the authority's instruction.
You hear that?
And if they didn't carry out the instruction, then the authority could complain to the minister. But the authority, before complaining to the minister, would then have to get a private entity to review what the government entity was already reviewing, so as to take the private entity.
Oh, what kind of madness is this? Oh, not hear them stop here, people.
No, don't be fooled by the person behind your prime minister. He has indicated that if an entity is in disagreement with the authority should seek to validate its disagreement by employing all right. They can proceed with consideration of an application for approval where the approving entity may otherwise delay or decline to process the application solely on the basis that the approval or the input from another approving entity is yet to be granted or given. Relying on approvals previously granted by the approving entity for standardized design or pre-approval, they can seek to modify or make exceptions for zoning requirement, make decisions on the application for the approval of other inputs. It indicates, therefore, that to address non-compliance, the authority shall not make application for a step-in, they call it, without first obtaining independent expert advice on the matter. So what did we say that was different? What did we say that was different? No, but well, are you saying it's a good thing or that what I said was different? It indicates.
Oh no, listen, because I think, you know why I'm playing some of these back? Because I think a lot of people, because we're talking with somebody, you know, at the age somewhere. Some people say they not even know, say, one building named NARA. That's the problem with a lot of Jamaicans, and they don't pay attention. And they don't pay no attention to nothing they want to do, I want to get involved in, or the way in which the country is. That's why these people trample on us. That's why no pay no attention. I want to listen to Isaac Buchanan.
Now, I turn to the aspect of I will call it cost to taxpayers. So we must pass laws that will minimize taxpayers being called upon to foot the bill for waste, corruption, and lack of accountability resulting from the accountability gap that is present in this legislation. For example, there is in the schedule resignation of the CEO as well as revocation of appointment by the Prime Minister. It is a feature that promotes political pageantry. If in the event, and I will address secrecy versus indemnity, but if in the event the CEO does something untoward and at the end of it, it's wasting taxpayers' money, all the Prime Minister has to do is to revoke his CEO-ship. Simple. Just say you're no longer the CEO, and the Prime Minister would have pretty much says, I've done
so
my
Andrew want Bill to put himself to make all the orders.
A miscreant and don't include me. Just simplify him, and we would have, the Parliament would have said, okay.
No, open the eye and say what I want.
That is an example. So that in and of itself has to be revisited in terms of how we deal with it. And here's it. Is missing actually, there is an account. So if you look at 5.5, it says that the chief executive officer, he creates people files and he's paying them, and it has salary cap, similar to that in the government work. When it comes to section 71, the minister appoints his committee and they are able to get remuneration. It also says honorarium, salary, or fees, and such allowances. I would simply say that this section is circumventing the salary scheme, and as it is not subjected to section 5.
Cool.
I'm just simply saying it's similar to section 5. I'm just saying similar to section 5.5. It says subject to section 5, the chief executive officer shall be employed. I'm saying in the absence of that at section 7.2, you can see there is a gap. It is simply an accountability gap. The salaries has no cap under section 7.
No cap.
It has absolutely none.
Have mercy, Lord. Have mercy. No, sir. Them bad.
No, I speak about vagueness, and vagueness, it requires definitions or revisiting the language so that it is not open to absurd interpretations when it leaves Parliament. So, Parliament may not have intended a particular interpretation, but the way the legislation is drafted, you might find that judges may interpret it differently and it goes outside, but it also brings us to litigation that I don't think
the man not really mean the country now well good down. I mean this country
spend
no good.
the time and mature consideration to ensure that the legislation meets the object and purpose. So if the bill were to pass without the necessary amendments, we will find ourselves in that situation. So I'm just humbly suggesting that we revisit in that regard. For example, Madam Speaker, the legislation speaks of the minister, and my question to the House, who is the minister in this regard? If it is the Prime Minister, the legislation speaks in the schedule, separate from the minister, what the Prime Minister can do in relation to revocation of the CEO. So if the Prime Minister and the Minister is one in the same, it becomes problematic.
The most problematic.
I'm simply saying, who is the minister? That's open-ended, and it's something to consider in relation to interpretation. Very well.
You understand what I'm going? It come like I want to see the corruption. The man a put himself up. Him try to turn the place in a republic. Insist him not get through. So him just sit down and say, all right, I'm going to slap it upon them man with a NARA bill to put him ahead of everything. Hi, Fergie.
Hi, good night, Auntie Jen. Nobody wants me to come up here, so I'll probably get in trouble.
Go ahead. You're not getting in no trouble.
Because TikTok put me on timeout because I said something, but they can put me on timeout. I really don't care. But I don't actually blame the PM, because if the country is full of a bunch of idiots that want to go with this, then go with it. I don't blame him. Push it to the level that you want it to be pushed to, because I know the country is full of a bunch of idiots. They have no clue. They have no idea.
Hey, calm down. When you say me a part of the country, you know, I'm an idiot, you know.
I know, Auntie Jen, but if the majority...
Yeah, say it that way there. No, right. no, not the way neither. So if most of the labor rights supporter them, please.
So most of the lab rats.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not going to give them their names.
Yeah.
Okay. So if most of the lab rats think this is good, I don't blame him. Put it forward. I would do the same thing, because I'm going to look at the lab rats as a bunch of idiots.
Exactly.
And they don't know any better. They don't know any better, period.
Vian said, please stop it, because she now run left our investment.
Okay, Vian. Okay, I'm sorry. But come on, I mean, seriously, if you listen to that bill, you mean to tell me a well-thinking Jamaican wouldn't think that this is an issue? Like, you really would consider this thing as normal? Basically, you're saying your current ministries suck.
Hold on, Fergie. Hold on, Nadia just send me this says. Read what she said. Shots fire at White House dinner.
Oh yeah. That's a big thing. We just had it. Yeah, it's a huge thing here.
Oh, me just see it. Thank you, Nadi.
Yeah. The president went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and there were shots fired. So yeah, it's huge here. No one knows what happened. Like no one knows.
See it here. So come up on Instagram, eh? Shots report at correspondent dinner. Trump and official evacuated amid chaos tonight.
Yeah. It's a big deal here. Like they're not saying who did it, what's the motive. We don't know where it came from. Literally, he went to the dinner and shots were fired and they had to usher him out like very quickly.
Sending guests diving for cover. President Trump and top officials were immediately evacuated by Secret Service. As panic spread throughout the ballroom, authorities are still investigating exactly what happened. Developing story.
Right, and this is at the White House.
Yeah, the White House.
Which is supposed to be highly protected.
Yeah.
Chief Justice Brian Sykes had...
Yeah. Where you see, when people push people over the edge, you see when people push people over the edge,
they don't care.
Beyonce say, it's the MAGA people, them say, do it. Yeah. Whoa. The world in a turmoil, man.
Okay. And here goes Jamaica with this stupid NARA bill.
We take it, but we see it going before the court. We see this bill going before the court.
Right, because it's going to be passed, right? Because those lab rats have no backbones. So they're going to vote for it, pass it, no big deal. The opposition doesn't have the numbers to stop it. But it will more than likely go before the courts.
It'll go before the court.
And you know what the issue will be is that the government will then blame the opposition as to why some things couldn't get done.
Yeah, that's why I look at alibi. Him know them tricky trainer. They set up a bill now where you're knowing that the opposition will never allow it.
Right. Right. So then they will just blame it on the opposition. Be like, oh, I couldn't get this done because, the PMP, they were not into it. The PMP, it will all be the PMP. Just like FinSac.
Yeah.
Because you know how they love to bring up FinSac, right?
Yeah.
FinSac, PMP, FinSac. Really? FinSac is what saved that country. FinSac is what saved the ordinary Jamaicans from actually having the ability to get their monies. But you don't want to explain that part of it.
Yeah. Yes, Brian, start 1 minute further. We have to take it to court. I think they're preparing to go to court.
Yes, of course. But those same lab rats won't talk about how their beloved Siaga, which I love, they never bring up Siaga's name. Why is that?
Yeah. They talk about Michael Manley.
Manley's name.
They talk about Manley more than they talk about Siaga.
Siaga.
Yeah. Something right.
I noticed that. It's like it goes Manley and then PJ Patterson.
Yeah.
But wait a second. There was Siaga.
Yeah.
For a good number of years. Why don't you bring up his name? Why? You even named a highway that wasn't even started or built under his regime.
Chief.
And you called it the Siaga Highway.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
They're not do that.
But you see how they never bring up Siaga's name.
Nah, bring up Siaga's
name. And I love to bring it up. Because that regime changed that country to this day.
Exactly.
He's the one who loosened the regulations, and that's why you got FinSac. And if it wasn't for FinSac, you wouldn't have a single dime to your name. I don't think people realize that. I really don't think they understand the magnitude of what transpired.
Yeah. I just talk about that. Hold on, let me play back a clip here.
Mr. President, in framing his contribution to the budget debate, the Prime Minister told the nation that the world order as we knew it had changed, that he knew the present state of world affairs was troubling to most Jamaicans, and that seeming unfairness appears to characterize the new order. But, Mr. President, when has this not been so? While he said, quote, our historic colonial experiences create an almost instinctive reflex that we will be victims in a world where raw power is dismantling the protection of a rules-based system, he seems not to have understood that even in the so-called rules-based order, people like us were never protected from raw power. The Prime Minister said he was concerned about how we were going to navigate this space and do more than just survive, but thrive, and that we must learn from our past to do so. He tried to give us a history lesson, Mr. President, but I am the teacher. Mr. President, we on this side know where we are coming from as a people.
Yes.
We know that colonialism and slavery brought brutal violence into our midst as a norm, made us poor, made us self-doubting, made us think deeply about what a different world built on freedom, equal rights and justice could look like. We know our ancestors looked to the mountains and knew if they could make it to the top, they would be free. In other words, they always had sight of a better world and were willing to fight for this land. We, the descendants of Africans enslaved in the Americas, know that the road is long and rough. 400 years, Mr. President, but we never get weary. We will always resist injustice. On that long road, Mr. President, there were always those who would take the side of people with power. The plantation owners, the colonizers, the imperialists. There were always those willing to sell out the struggle so they could get some power or likes for themselves. Those who Erna Bradber has told us were, quote, not uncomfortable with the myths of the master's superiority. We have to always ask ourselves, Mr. President, what side of history are we on? Jamaican people must at this time ask themselves, are they on the side of justice and equality, or are they propping up the powerful and hurting the weak? Mr. President, the PM likes to engage in revisionist history. In plain Jamaican language, him like make up things. He suggested that Michael Manley mash up Jamaica, but we must mash down that lie. And to mash it down, we must tell the truth. The truth, Mr. President, will set us free. Let us start with the 1960s. Mr. President, the Prime Minister proudly declared that Bustamante's statement, "We are with the West," was somehow a principled one. Wasn't the West responsible for our colonization, our enslavement and oppression? Weren't our brothers and sisters in Africa fighting to free themselves from the West? In the Prime Minister's optimistic reading of the stewardship of the Jamaica Labour Party in the first 10 years of independence, he said, quote, the period between 1962 and 1972 saw political stability, the fastest pace of growth and development of the Jamaican economy and the build-out of our institutions, end quote. Mr. President, We must smash down these lies. In actuality, the fastest period of growth was in the 1950s, continued into the 60s, and it began to slow towards the end of the decade. Mr. President, you might remember the Ethiopian song, Everything Crash? That was released in 1968. And what did they say? They said everybody was on strike, down to the policeman. They said, and what one by the morning can't come go that evening.
Yes. Remind
Poverty
them.
rose in the 60s. Urbanization surged. And between 1962 and 72, unemployment almost doubled, rising from approximately 13% to 22%. People lacked piped water. Illiteracy was at 53% in 1970. No black person could work as a teller in a bank. People lived in squalor and had little access to decent housing. Yes, this was a time of growth. But more critically for the descendants of Africans enslaved in Jamaica, it was a time of great inequality and impoverishment. The 1960s were a turbulent political period which saw black people shut out of power. In 1963, Bustamante sent the police and the army to hunt Rastafarians in what became known as Black Friday. They were tortured and killed, Mr. President. Bustamante banned black nationalist books, including Black Beauty, and his successor, Hugh Shearer, banned Walter Wardney for what he called bringing alien black power ideologies to Jamaica. It was the 1960s, Mr. President, when the then Minister of Development, Edward Siaga, built housing in West Kingston for his people. And to do so, he bulldozed the shacks in the shanties, burned them to the ground, and sent the police to take children away from their parents after they had been forced to sleep in Macon Cemetery and on the sidewalks. The irony, Mr. President, is that the beneficiaries of this displacement and violence who loyally defended the Jamaica Labour Party under garrison politics would later become victims of state violence. We cannot forget the 2010 Tivoli incursion, Mr. President. 73 dead in just 3 days. 73 in just 3 days. Mr. President, the Prime Minister gave us some context for the budget debate, and I thought it important to speak to the context in order to speak to the provisions within the budget. And the context is very important to understanding where we are today. The question is, how will your side be remembered by history? I know for sure that Michael Manley was remembered well. The data tells us so. Yep. 3 years after he died, people in this country said he was the Prime Minister who had done the most for the lot of Jamaican people. It really strikes us, and we have to ask why the Prime Minister is so concerned with Michael Manley. We would like to know why he is so concerned with Michael Manley, and one really has to wonder whether the Prime Minister bad mind Michael.
Fergie.
Listen. So each Prime Minister, under their regards, right, come with what their sole, or I would say their majority goal is, right? Norman Washington Manley, his goals were to be independent, right? For the country to become an independent nation, and to try and educate those that are not in that urban, like Kingston area, to now build out schools. That was his main thing. And to bring in adult suffrage, meaning you don't need to own a house or own land to vote. Because prior to adult suffrage, you need to be a title owner.
Yeah.
In order to vote.
Yeah.
Not a renter. If you're a renter, you couldn't vote. Period. Right? So he changed that. So that was his goal. And to get people in the country to vote. Michael Manley's goal was now to bring women to the forefront, meaning that they had equal rights. Mm-hmm. Women had equal rights to vote. You don't need to be married to have your child to get equal rights.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was to now bring equal rights to you, women, single mothers, unmarried mothers, that you also have a right. So every prime minister tries to bring something to the nation to make them better than the previous generation.
Yeah.
And I get what Seaga was doing. Seaga was trying to bring free market, the U.S. style of economy. Mm-hmm. That he did. He did that. But guess what? He did that in such a way that messed up the nation.
Mess up everything. And the farmers.
Right. That PJ now had to come in and fix it. So everything has been, we got to fix what the JLP did before. Because Seaga was bringing in free market. I'm bringing in free markets. I'm not with communism. Okay, I get it. Seaga, great. You're not with communism. Fine, so be it. You're going to run to America and hold their hands and be hand in hand with them. Okay, great. Bring free markets. But maybe the country wasn't ready for that yet. Maybe the country wasn't set up. And you loosen everything, Seaga. So much so that the country nearly go down. That PJ had to step in when he stepped in. And him and Omar Davis had to come in and say, oh, wait a second, we got to fix this. Hold on. The country is going to go off a precipice.
Yeah.
We got to help save this. Then Bruce Golden came in. He tried, but he didn't have the expertise, and he messed it up. That Portia had to come in with Dr. Peter Phillips, with opposition leader.
Thank you, Bola. Yeah. PNP,
right?
PNP ever fix back a country.
Fix it back. Come on. And all they could talk about, Manly Finsack. Come with something else. What have you guys done? What have you guys done for the country? So now you're coming up with this NARA bill, basically saying that your current ministries that have been established for decades is no use. Because that's what this NARA bill is saying.
That's what it's saying.
Your ministries suck. Water, National Works, all of them, they all suck. That's what this NARA bill is saying. They suck. They don't know what they're doing. They suck. So I'm going to create a bill that I'm going to have a CEO that takes care of everything.
But you know, I want to ask you, Fergie. So if a NARA bill pass, what happened to the Sparks and the REACH program?
Basically, they're useless. Because NARA has the power.
Thank you,
Basically, NARA will take charge of everything and everyone. So basically, the country will become a fascist country where the state, FYI, the government, has full charge and they're authoritarian. So basically, they make the laws and they make the rules and they have the control. They have control of your tax dollars. The local government will be powerless. Everyone will be powerless. Your ministries will be powerless. So basically, he's putting all power into this one entity. And whoever selects the CEO, which makes no sense.
Him going to select the CEO.
Right, okay, under which ministry is this NARA bill going to be under? And who is selecting the CEO? A CEO is selected by a board of directors. That's how it works. You got to select a board, and then the board votes on who they want a CEO. I work for a private company, and they have a CEO, and we have a board. And the board selects the CEO. Who is the board? But he knows that the Jamaican majority of the Jamaican population are not that smart, that they won't have a clue how that operates. So that's why he put it out there. So when the opposition leader is questioning him on that, right, it's going to look like, oh, the PMP didn't want to help rebuild the nation. Look what they're doing. Look. They're opposing everything. So I know what he's doing. I know what he's completely doing. I see this track mark he's doing. It is quite evident. And I'm sure opposition leader knows it. They know it.
They know. Okay, O'Neill. Yeah, they know. But we know too.
We know, right? If we could know, right? We're not in the government or we're not in parliament. We're not part of that. We can see it.
We can see it.
So when it's going to pass, because of course the lab rats are going to vote for it because they don't know any better. And then when opposition say we're taking you to court and it's being held up in court for years.
It's going to hold up in our court.
For years. So Westmoreland won't get developed. St. Elizabeth won't get developed. All areas in the West.
No, but they have to still get developed because if the other one them can work same way. What is there right now can fix the country.
No. But no. All of a sudden they ran out of monies, anti-gen. Look at the roofs program. Look at that. That's a complete mess. That's what's going to happen.
Mess. Same thing would have happened with NARA.
Okay. So everything will be a complete mess.
Everything would have been a mess.
Everything is going to be messed up. There will be no rebuilding. We can't get the monies, or there are issues with I need ID. I can't get the ID. You can't get the monies. It's going to be a whole mess. It's going to be a whole.
Hear this on YouTube. O'Neill said, and when you come to New York, I want to bring you out for dinner. I want to show you around. You hear that, Fergie?
Oh, yeah.
So
that would be awesome.
You think me that just come to New York and just go out with one man women don't know? All by myself.
No. Auntie Jan, I would not suggest that at all.
Hey, O'Neill. Me don't know O'Neill. Me never meet him before. I mean, I come New York.
Right.
Come New York, go out for dinner with him and make him take me around.
No. Take you and your son out. Both you and your son would need to go out with O'Neill. The two of you and your son would have to go out with him. So O'Neill will need to take both you and your son out.
Christine.
End of story.
Yeah.
Not by yourself. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's dangerous. I'm sorry. In this day and age.
You don't got to go out with no man. You know, I am Jamaican and I listen to you. I listen to you in the morning when you talk about the Lord, and I listen to you when you talk about politics. I know you listen to me. I would never say I don't listen to me.
We're all going out.
But listening to me is the end.
Me, Auntie Jen's son, everyone. We're all going out together. No, Auntie Jen ain't going by herself.
Good night, Beverly Gray.
Auntie Jen is not going out by herself. We're all going out.
My son doesn't allow it either.
Exactly. I know. Jamaican, we're not allowing our mothers to go out with straight. Like who? What? No. Like who is this person? We're all going out.
No, we can't all go together. As we plan that we plan. So when we come New York, we're gonna link up with few of the people on the platform, and we discuss where we meet and where we go out in that way, but not single-handed.
No. Auntie Jen, no, not in New York. I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff going on here in New York. We've had situations, so yeah, I wouldn't suggest it.
O'Neill, when I disregard you, what I'm saying, is that I couldn't just take up myself, not knowing a person, and just all by myself. No, that wouldn't be appropriate. No. And I think you know exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're not trustworthy, That's not my point. I am saying I could never travel all by myself, come to New York, just single-handedly meet someone to go have dinner and go all about the place. No. It's also about morals.
Safety. Yeah. Morals, safety, everything.
So it's all about that, because even though you think I'm coming to New York, there's a lot of people in New York that knows me. And we may just coincidentally run right into them. And there and then they are left with a different impression. So, it's all good and well. But we will meet up, but it won't be me alone.
No, Auntie Jen, no. I would not suggest that at all. Not in this day and age.
I wouldn't do it either. As a matter of fact, I'm going by my son, and my son not gonna let me do it either.
Yeah, no.
I can tell you, anywhere I'm going, he will be there. PP club.
Yes, of course. I would be the same with my mother. There's no way. Like, who? What? Do you know this person? Where do you know them from? No. We're all going. We're all going. We're not happening. You're not going by yourself. No way. Not happening.
There was a guy used to come on the morning program, and he had extended an invitation to me the said way, and I gave him the same sort of answer, and him not come back. No, let's put things in perspective, and I respect everybody, and I respect your wish, I respect all of that. But I am not coming to New York directly. I'm going to drive to New York. So I'm not going to be in New York area per se. But I'm going to organize when we all meet up at a location in New York. It may be a day or two. We'll decide that in the latter end. First, as a matter of fact, I have a brother that lives in New York, in the Bronx. So even if I'm coming there too, I would actually stay with him also. And him not going to allow me to go on my own. Because then me not on a ride, so them have to take me around.
Exactly.
It's anyhow you take it. It's not that I'm coming independently. if I'm at my son going to take me around. And if I stay with my brother for a night or two, he wouldn't allow me to go where I don't know. I only drive through New York. I only been to the Bronx once or twice, I think. I don't know how to get around, like from point A to point B. So I would have to ask questions. So they wouldn't allow that.
And New York, I mean, it's safe, but then it's not so safe. Like, you always have to be careful in New York. I always tell people that. Like, it's safe if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, it could not be safe.
And that could be universal. When you don't know what you're doing, you're not safe.
Right.
But I'll come and look for you, Anil. I'll come and look for you. But what I'm saying to you, I won't be by myself. Now when I come, I want to see Fergie too. If I can meet up with Fergie, we meet up with Fergie. We meet up with Vian, we meet up with Summer O and my morning program and all of that, and we enjoy ourselves and stuff like that. Yeah.
But if you're not a regular person who comes to New York, that's your thing. Yeah, you would need. I would expect you to be coming with your son, your brother, someone, right? Who knows
Yeah.
This is the area. Who know? Yeah, because New York can be safe if you know what you're doing.
And I have friends there too. But
right.
Yeah.
But if you don't have friends and you don't, it's not so safe. You have to be careful.
Well, be careful, man. You can't go that way there. Hi, man. So good night. Yeah, so back to what we're talk about now. So this NARA bill, we not stop talk about it.
No, you guys shouldn't.
No, we have to keep, because some people still don't understand a clue.
No, that NARA bill, when I heard it, I said, basically, the Prime Minister is putting all powers into this one entity. I don't know if he will be the CEO, but it really doesn't matter because it's reporting to one minister, which makes no sense. Yeah. It's not reporting to a committee, right? It's basically fascism at its finest. That's what it is. And the Jamaican people may not understand what fascism is. Fascism is where the government or the state holds all the power. Right? It's not communism, but it is a form of communism.
Yeah.
Okay? So, for Jamaicans out there listening, if you want to think about it, think about Nazi Germany. That's what happened in Nazi Germany. Okay, so Nazi Germany started after World War I, right, in Germany, and it was to put all the powers in the state.
It's still parallel to dictatorship, though, you know.
Yes, of course, it leads to dictatorship. I don't think.
But if Jamaican people that follow carefully, you know, they would have seen that trait in Andrew Holness, that him have this attitude of wanted to be for him alone, you know.
And funny enough, Auntie Jen, I didn't see that in him. I didn't. I might have been naive about it, but I didn't see it in him. I thought it would be different because he's about theatrics. So Andrew Holness, to me, is theatrics. He knows to say the certain words, to make the people get up and they love him and they rise up, but I didn't see it in him. But I honestly, in my opinion, Auntie Jen, to be honest, I don't think it's him. I think it's the people who are backing him, and it's not his MPs necessarily. I think it's the people with the monies who are backing him who probably want this to go through in this sense. To be honest with you, I'm going to take a different stance. And you know, Auntie Jen, I'm a PMP. You know me. I'm sorry. You know, I will go to bat for PMP. End of story. But I have a feeling it's not him per se, but probably the money people who are backing him. I don't know who those people are, but I feel they're the ones who is pushing this for him to do this. Because think about it.
I have a different view from you though. You know why I say that? Because me see it in him that him want to push some little things for a long time. If a PMP never came a court, we don't have needs in a way that violates our right.
Good point. Good point. But the thing is though, I can't believe as a Jamaican, whether you're JLP or PMP, that you will go for this. Given who we are as a people, this is not who we are as a people. We fight. And that is our nature. I'm sorry to say.
That's true.
We're fighters.
Yes, that's true.
Even in slavery, we're fighters.
We are.
That we don't want no one to control us. That's why I'm thinking he probably gave up himself to these powers. And again, it's not the JLP stalwarts. It's not those folks. It's not the MPs. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt right now. I feel it's much higher than him, and these are the people with the monies who are backing them. Whoever is backing that party is probably the ones setting this up.
So what profit they will get from it?
They will make a ton of money because that person who's in charge of NARA would be the one who does the construction, who does the building, who does the procurement, who does everything. And it may not be people who are local.
Oh.
Right. It may not be people who are local. So it could be people who are foreigners who they will come in and have the power now to do much more than they could have if it was through without NARA. I feel it's the people who are backing him financially. Those are the people who are probably helping him.
So what we want to say, as a prime minister, you're not think for your people then?
I know that's the surprising thing for me with him as a Jamaican, right?
But him would be the CEO.
Right. So he probably would put himself as a CEO, or he would more than likely put someone in the private sector as a CEO. And mind you, I didn't come of age there, right? I was born there. I lived there till I was young and migrated. But I still know my people. There's no way Jamaicans who we are as a people would go for something like this. That's why I'm shocked that he would try and propose something like this.
Maybe just put it out there for see your reaction, you know. And if nobody nice or nothing, just go through with it.
No. He put it out for serious. He's serious about it. Because basically what he's saying is that with this NARA bill, they will be able to collect down on 6.7 billion US dollars. But what Jamaicans don't realize, that 6.7 billion US dollars, it's a loan. It's not free. You're going to have to pay it back. I don't think the Jamaican people realize that. They're thinking, oh, we have No, you don't have 6.7 billion US dollars. You don't. You're getting it as a loan. A loan. Like how you get a mortgage. What, you're going to tell your mortgage company, oh, I got this money and I don't need to pay you back? No, BS. That's BS. You're going to have to pay it back. And if you don't pay it back, what are you going to say? Oh, I don't need to pay it back? Okay, then you will no longer have access to the markets. That's what happened to Bruce Golding. That's what happened to Edward Seaga during his time when he borrowed money from the IMF and the World Bank. And the PMP had to come back in to clean it up in order to get back in good graces to get the access to those loans. I don't think people understand the history. So when he keeps bringing up Michael Manley, and Auntie Jen, it could be me because I'm a 70s child and I'm a Michael Manley. So when you bring up his name, I get very sensitive. Don't bring up Michael Manley's name. I get sensitive about it.
I understand.
I will fight to the... No, don't bring up his name. And they refuse to bring up Seaga's name. Have they ever said anything about Seaga?
No.
Think about it, Auntie Jan. So what, the 1980s never happened in Jamaica? So it went from 1972 to 1980, and then Jamaica stopped? Then they picked up back again with PJ Patterson? That's what I don't get. So it only picks up when PJ got back in, when PJ got in, after Michael stepped down. But Seaga, the 1980s didn't matter, right? So 1980s in Jamaica, so what, you guys were living under some rock in the 1980s?
It looks so. It looks so.
Because they never bring up his name. Why? And every lab rat, they need to figure that out. They need to come on here and tell everyone why they don't talk about the 1980s under Seaga. When he loosened the regulations, especially for banking and financing, that led to the PMP having to establish FinSAC to help save the ordinary Jamaican, for them to get their monies.
Mm-hmm.
Come on here and tell me otherwise. They can't. First of all, they don't even know English and they don't even know math. I'm just going to put it out there. Let's put it out there. Since we're talking tonight, we're going to put it all out there. You don't know English, you don't know how to use the English language, and you don't even know how to use math. Okay? So I can't even listen to you, and I can't even rationalize with you. You probably don't even know the meaning of the word rationalize. Okay?
True.
So when you can reason and rationalize, then you come on here. Because if you only want to talk about PJ Patterson, it's not just PJ Patterson. And then Auntie Jen, the other thing, what scandal did the PMP have? Tell me.
The light bulb.
And what happened with the light bulb? What happened? Who did it harm?
A case was dismissed. That was a gift from... I'm going to tell you what they live they love to talk about. They love to talk about the light bulb. They love to talk about Trafigura. Trafigura was also a gift from the Dutch.
Okay.
Even the same Finsack what them a talk about, none of what them a talk about wasn't linked to taxpayers' money.
Okay, Auntie Jen, thank you. Thank you. That's where I was going with this. So Trafigura, was that linked to taxpayers? Had Trafigura, you probably wouldn't be in the energy situation you're in. Because Trafigura was getting gas and oil from Nigeria. Jamaica does not get their gas and oil from America or from Venezuela. They were getting it from Nigeria. A black African country, mind you. Okay? But did that cost the taxpayers money? Trafigura and the light bulbs?
No. The light bulb, Cuba give away the light bulb then.
And that was a big scandal, right?
Yeah.
But did that cost a dime from the taxpayers money?
Not even a red cent.
Okay, Auntie Jen, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. But that was a big scandal.
Yeah.
It was huge. Huge. And it cost the taxpayers of that nation zero. Nothing. Trafigura didn't cost that country. Did it cost them one dime?
They don't know nothing about it. No?
Oh, it probably did cost you because now you're not getting oil and gas from Nigeria as you once did. So now it does cost you. Because what is your electricity bill? Mm-hmm.
I was talk about that, but I say I get my bill yet.
Auntie Jen, don't look. You're gonna be pissed. And I'm sure you guys didn't turn on your air conditioning.
Then I send a bill yet. I wonder then I send it 20. I think I 26 a read, you know. Oh, I'm gonna get it this week. I come in a read.
This week, yeah. So you got it this week.
Yeah.
Please say you didn't turn on the air conditioning. Tell your sons, do not turn on that air conditioner.
I know, say internet with you.
Oh boy. Ay.
The time did really hot, man.
Yeah, I heard you guys got some heat down there.
Yeah, man, it did hot. It's still cold. It's still cold in New York now.
Not as bad. So a couple weeks ago we had some like nice hot days, and then it got cold. But then it's kind of like we're in that transition period where it's like during the day it can get up warm, but then by the evening it gets cool, like really cool. So you kind of gauge it. That's how New York is. And then all of a sudden what will happen next month in May, we will just have a hot day. It will just turn hot. That's how New York works. Yeah, so it's in between. Like it will get warm during the day somewhat, and then it gets cool. Like the mornings and evenings, it just feels cold, but not freezing. So we're not freezing. We're not in that freezing mode. That freezing is gone.
Okay.
But it's yeah. No, the mornings and evenings we're not freezing, but it's still you kind of have to wear a coat. You can't go out there looking.
It's raining.
Yeah, no, today it's raining. Yeah. It's raining today here. I'm in New York, so it's raining all day today, and then tomorrow it's going to end, but then next week it's supposed to be, I don't think it's going to hit 70s, but it's supposed to be in the upper 60s and the 50s, so it's going to be cool. We're in that mode. April is weird. Into May.
They said it's suspect.
When are you coming?
Next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Next week I think should be good. Yeah.
No, but I'm not sure I come there. I come, but maybe the following week I come New Year.
Oh, okay. So you might be good because next week it's supposed to be in the 60s. It showed in New York, but nothing freezing. You're not gonna get that. You know, a couple months ago when I was telling you I'm freezed out, I can't do anything. You're not gonna get that. No. It's yeah. You could wear a jacket and you're fine.
Okay. By the time what that I need for go look for me have jacket though. I'm gonna look if I find one jacket for carry.
No, I think if you're coming to New York in a couple of weeks, you need a jacket. Without a doubt, you need a jacket.
I'm not even sure which part I go yet, Andrea. I know. I just follow the channel and I will tell you. I will hear it. No location is discussed yet, but I know I'm going. We'll make the final when we reach and all is well. All right. Anything else anybody have to say? Because this is it. Look for my jacket. I look for it, man. When I get to my son still, I will get jacket, but I still have to carry something. I need to wear a pants. And I need a jacket. All right. No problem. I'll fix up, man. I'll fix up. All right. This is where we're going to leave it for tonight. I enjoy the company tonight and I enjoy the reasoning. People, we have to take time and pay attention to what is happening around us. Take note of your surrounding and see what is happening around us. Once again, I want to say thank Fergie for the conversation. Thanks for everybody on TikTok who stay on tonight and listen and participate and everything. Have yourself a great night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I don't know what tomorrow may bring. If it's possible, maybe tomorrow night I'll come on. I'm not sure yet.
All right, have a good night, Auntie Jen.
Yeah, have a good night, Fergie. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody on TikTok. Bye. Good night. Over YouTube. It's a Salman. Thank you. Stay safe. All right. Everybody on YouTube. I'm going to look for the jacket. Tomorrow, I'm going to look for my jacket. And make sure I put it in my little hand luggage. So if when I reach, I'm a call, I put it on. All right. Have yourself a good night. Catch you. Love you. Bye.